Hello everyone and welcome to another random bits and pieces segment from my brain, and today, still a while for we are playing some more Out of the Park Baseball 22 with my Montreal Expos historical. So, it doesn't look like it, but we are slowly getting to the end of this season. We are past the halfway point of August, and then there's going to be September, and then it's going to be done. So we played 120 games so far this season, and we lost most of them. But yeah, so that's been going a little bit faster than I thought it would. Playing like a series at a time kind of helps, I suppose. But anyway. So, last time out, we played a 3-game series against the Rockies. We won 2 out of 3. That was pretty good. We won the last one 4-3. And today we're going to be facing a little bit of a better team. It's going to be the Houston Astros. They are 67-55. And they are pushing for a wild card spot. So, we are in a position where we can hurt them in that regard. Houston's gonna go with Edwin Hurtado. Not super familiar with him. He is currently a 2-star overall pitcher. He doesn't look like he's all that great, so we might be able to get to him. Hopefully we can. We're sending one of our best, Tom Gordon. He's been pretty solid since we got him, so hopefully he gives us another opportunity to win. On the injury front, we're still without Katsumasa Ota. And we were given Mark Gubisa for like a second last time out, and then they moved him again. So we'll see what happens with that. For now, I have Gabe White slated as my number 5 starter. I don't know that it's gonna stay that way. Oh, I need 2. I don't know. Okay. There you go. Alright, I don't know why he was stuck as a starter. Alright, so one more thing to do is to look at the Astros and see if they have injuries. Matt Lawton is hurt. He's not going to be playing. He has fractured rib. And then Neil Heaton is also hurt 3 more months. That's pretty much the rest of the season for the Astros, unless they make it to the World Series or something. He has a partially torn labrum. So yeah, he's not going to be playing either. Alright, let's get things started here. Let's see if we can beat them. It's going to be in Houston. I believe that's where we started the season, on the road in Houston, if I remember correctly. Alright, I'm gonna keep this lineup. We're gonna go with that, and then, as usual, we'll adjust, from there depending on how we're doing. Astros are gonna go with Bobby Abreu playing center field, Mark McElmore playing second base, Louise Gonzalez playing left field, Jeff Bagwell at first, Steve Finley and right, Craig Biggio at catcher, FP Santangelo, the former Montreal Expo, at shortstop, and Mike Blowers at third base. That's a pretty potent lineup there. There's not a whole lot of easy outs in there. As usual, I might have to mess with the display settings. Nope, looks like we're good. Alright. So, Edwin Hurtado on the mound for the Astros. Delino De Shields is going to be the first one to face him. Play ball and go Expos. 2-2 to the Shields. Oh, this is the last year of the Astrodome, apparently. And the Shields struck out looking. Alright, not a great start. Right, Grissom is next. 1-0 to him. Grounds it to third. And the throw is on the money. That's 2 outs. Ivan Calderon follows. 2-2 to Calderon. Struck out swinging. Wow, that's a piss poor display there to start the game. We didn't get the ball out of the infield. Alright, Bobby Abreu is the first batter to face Tom Gordon. 3-1 to him. That was a terrible pitch. That's ball number 4, and Bobby Abreu walks. Astros have a runner on base with Mark McLemore coming in to bat. 1-2 to him. Rounds it to short. We get the lead runner at second base, but no double play for us this time. So that's a fielder's choice, and there's 1 out. And now Louise Gonzalez is the batter. No count to him. That's it to right, and it's going to fall in front of Grissom for a base hit. On the play, McLemore makes it to third base. There are runners on the extremities with only 1 out, so a double play ball would be very welcomed here. Jeff Bagwell is going to be the batter. 1-1. That's it to right. Not very deep. Grissom after it gets it, and they are not going to send the runner home. So 2 outs now for Steve Finley. 1-0 to him. That's it to center, and Rivera catches it for out number 3. Alright, so the Astros get 2 runners on base, but cannot score. It is still scoreless here after 1. Charles Johnson is the batter. 0-1 to him. Grounds it to short. The throw to first, and he is out. That's the first out of the inning. Woody Green is next. Full count to him. That's it to left. Oh, that's extra base hit, and all the way to the fence there. That's a double for Woody Green. So after 1 out, we have a runner in scoring position. That brings up Bill Doran. 1-0. Oh, Woody Green goes. No throw by BGO, so we have a runner on third base with only 1 out now. So we only need for Doran to hit the ball deep somewhere. 1-2. That's a grounder to short. That still is going to score the run. So it is 1-0 for the Expos. Woody Green scores on the play, but Billy Doran is out at first base for the second out of the inning. Reuben Rivera is next. 1-1. Bases are empty. That's it to center. And Abreu catches it for out number 3, but the Expos do get a run thanks to a run scored by Woody Green on a grounder by Billy Doran. It is 1-0 Montreal going into the bottom of the second inning. Craig Biggio is the batter. 1-1. That's it to center for a base hit. Alright. So the Astros, for the second inning in a row, get their first batter on base. FP Santangelo follows. 2-2 to him. Struck out swinging for out number 1. Next batter is going to be Mike Blowers. 1-2 to him. And he struck out looking awesome. And now the pitcher is Edwin Hurtado. He's going to be batting with 2 outs, 1-0. And that's a base hit to right. Alright. Well, all the hit to the pitcher on the plate. Biggio makes it to third base. So again, the Astros have runners on the extremities with 2 outs. Bobby Abreu is the batter. 0-1 to him. Grounds it to second base. The Shields sends it to Doran, and that's out number 3. Alright, so we can't be playing with fire like that every inning, but so far we are holding on to our 1-run lead. Ray Sanchez, first batter in the top of the third. 1-1. That's it to left for a base hit. That's going to bring up Tom Gordon, who is going to be bunting down the third baseline. They get Gordon out at first. Sacrifice works, and on the play, Ray Sanchez makes it to second base. 1 out for the line of the Shields. 1-2. It's it weakly to left, and that is cut by Gonzalez for out number 2. So now we need a hit by Marquise Grissom. 0-1. That's it weakly to third, and he is thrown out at first. All right. Ray Sanchez gets on base, but we cannot do anything. It is still 1-0 Montreal. Going into the bottom of the third here, Mark McLemore is going to be the batter. 2-0 to him. That's it, weakly to center for a base hit. Alright, so Tom Gordon is having some issues here. I mean, he's not allowing runs, but he's allowing a lot of base runners, and that's not good. Alright, runner on first, nobody out. Louise Gonzalez is the batter, 2-2 to him. That's it to left, and that's going to leave the yard. It is 2-1 for the Astros. Louise Gonzalez with the 2-run blast. 2-1 Astros, nobody out. Jeff Bagwell is now the batter, 1-2 to him. And he struck out swinging for out number 1. Steve Finley is next, 1-2. Grounds it to first, and he is out. Craig Biggio is next, full count. Oh, that was a terrible pitch to swing at, and he struck out swinging. But the Astros get a 2-run homer by Louise Gonzalez, and they are now up 2-1 going into the top of the fourth. Ivan Calderon is the batter. 2-0. That's it to left for a base hit. Alright, that's a good opportunity to get at least 1 run here. Alright, Charles Johnson is next. 2-1. Oh, Calderon's going, no throw by Biggio. So that is a stolen base. 2-2 to Johnson now. That's it to left. Oh, I think that's out. And we get a 2-run homer by Charles Johnson, and we take the lead back. It is now 3-2 for the Expos. Momentum swings. Woody Green is next. 2-2 to him. That's it, weakly to left. Gonzalez after it. And he catches it for out number 1. Bill Doran is next. 1-0. Grounds it to second base. He's thrown out at first for out number 2. Reuben Rivera follows. Full count. Oh, he manages to hold up in time, so he gets a walk. So Rivera with the 2-out walk brings up Ray Sanchez. I'd love for Sanchez to get on base so that I don't have to start the next inning with the pitcher at bat. No count to Sanchez. Rivera's going, and he's out. So I am not starting the next inning with the pitcher after all. I guess I got my wish. Not exactly what I had in mind, but anyway. Bottom of the fourth, it is 3-2 thanks to a 2-run homer by Charles Johnson. FP Santangelo is the first one to face Tom Gordon in inning number 4. 0-1 to him. Sends it to right. Grissom after it. And he catches it for out number 1. Mike Blowers is next. Full count. And he held up in time, and that's a walk. Astros get a 1-out walk, and now Edwin Hurtado is probably going to bunt, and he is, and the sacrifice works. So Blowers is at second with 2 outs. Bobby Abreu is the batter, no count to him. He hits it to right. Oh, that's it really well all the way to the fence. That's probably going to score a run. That's a double for Abreu, and it is a tie game. It is now 3-3. Mark McLemore is next. 2-2. Single to center. Abreu goes on. And he scores. It is now 4-3 for the Astros. Momentum swings, folks. That is crazy. Whew. Right, Louise Gonzalez is next. Full count. Grounds it to second. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. The Astros get 2 more runs on the board, and they retake the lead. It is now 4-3. Going into the top of the 5th, Ray Sanchez is going to be the first batter. 1-2. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out for out number 1. I think I'm going to pull Tom Gordon He hasn't been very good, but I'm gonna have him bat. I'm not gonna waste a pinch hitter. It's still kind of a tight game. So Tom Gordon is next, 2-1. Oh, he tries to bunt himself on, and he's thrown out for out number 2. Delino the Shields is next, 0-2, and he's struck out swinging. Alright, so yeah, he walked 2, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs. Not exactly a great outing for Tom Gordon, so I think I'm gonna dip into my long relief and bring in Carl Pavano. For an inning or 2. I know it's early and everything, but I'm not having a very good feeling. Like, those last 2 innings were not great. Jeff Bagwell is going to be the first batter to face Pavano, 1-2. It's it weakly to short. Ray Sanchez under it, catches it for out number 1. Steve Finley is next, 1-0. It's it to left for a base hit. Falls in front of Calderon. So Finley has a single, and with 1 out, Craig Biggio is next, 1-1. Finley's going, and he's saved 21 stolen bases for him this season. 3-1 to Biggio, and he walks. Oh, Pavano, you're struggling. FP Santangelo is next, 2 runners on, 1 out, 0-2. Struck out swinging. Alright, we needed that. Mike Blowers is next, 2-2. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first. So Pavano allows 2 base runners, but none of them score. It is still a 1-run game. Alright, top of the 6th, Marquise Grissom is next, 2-2. Grounds it to short. The throw is on the money, that's out number 1. Ivan Calderon is next, full count. And that's a base hit to center, right under the second baseman's glove. Calderon is safe at first, so we have a runner on first after 1 out. Charles Johnson is the next batter, 1-2. That's it to center for a base hit again. Alright, so we have runners on first and second, 1 out. Woody Green is next, 1-2. And he struck out swinging. Dang. Bill Duran is next, 3-0. And he walks on 4 pitches. Alright, so now we have bases loaded, 2 outs. Reuben Rivera could really come in big here. No count. And that, oh, is that out? It is. It's a grand slam. Grand slam for Reuben Rivera, and all of a sudden it is 7-4 for the Expos. That's awesome. Reuben Rivera with the grand slam. Reuben Rivera for the last month or so has been playing pretty decent. Pretty happy with that. Maybe he's gonna develop to his potential as opposed to developing how he did in real life. Alright, so the Astros are bringing in a reliever. Brian Anderson is going to be on the mound. Ray Sanchez is the first one to face him. 2 outs, 1-0. Rounds it to the pitcher. Anderson with the throw first, and that's out number 3. But the Expos get 4 runs thanks to a grand slam by Reuben Rivera. They are now up 7-4 going into the bottom of the 6th. John Massarelli is going to be the batter now. So he came in as part of the double switch that brought Brian Anderson and subbed for Craig Biggio. 1-1 to him. Oh, that's it really weakly. Ray Sanchez under it. Catches it for out number 1. Bobby Abreu is next. Full count to him. And he walks. Mark McLemore is next. No count. That's a base hit to center. McLemore has had a pretty good game here. Alright, so there's runners on extremities with only 1 out. We need kind of a double play ball here, but it's Louise Gonzalez at bat. That's not going to be an easy out. 1-2. And it's out of here. It's 7-7. Wow. 3-run blast for Louise Gonzalez, and we now have a tie game at 7 apiece. Right. It is not a game for people who love pitching and defense. Well, there hasn't been any errors, but people who like low-scoring games, I should say. All right, 1 out. Jeff Bagwell is the batter, 3-1 to him, and he walks. Oh, Carl Pavano, you always have problems when I keep you for more than 1 inning. You're going to have a hard time being a starter if that's the case. Steve Finley is next, 1-2 to him. And that's a base hit to right. Alright, runner on extremities, 1 out. Junior Felix comes in as a pinch hitter, 1-2. Struck out swinging. Oh, but Finley was running on the plate. He did steal the base. So now there's runners on second and third, 2 outs. FP Santangelo is next, 3-0 to him. And he walks. So we're loading up the bases, and now Mike Blowers is next. Time to make a, I think I'm gonna make a double switch here. Alright, so let's bring in, who do I want to play shortstop? Alright, I'm gonna bring in Brett Barbery. He's going to come and play shortstop for Ray Sanchez. We're going to bring in, oh god, who do I bring now? Michael McLean, maybe? Yeah, let's have him pitch again. Might as well use the new talent that's been given to me. There we go. Alright, so bases are loaded, 2 outs. We're bringing in Michael McLean. Mike Blowers is the batter. Full count. Oh, he walks in a run. Oh. Alright, it's 8-7 for the Astros now. John Massarelli is next, 1-2. Struck out swinging. Alright, so the Astros retake the lead thanks to a 4-run inning in the 6th. So they matched our 4 runs at the top of the 6th. It is 8-7 for the Astros. Brett Barbery is going to be the first batter here. They are bringing in a new pitcher. Bobby Thigpen is going to be the pitcher for the Astros. Oh, he must be kind of old by now. Oh, not that old. 31. Alright, so he started the season with Seattle, and then he got traded to the Astros. Looks like he's not used as a closer. He was used. Looks like he was used as a closer for Seattle, but not with the Astros. Alright, 0-2 to Barbery. Struck out swinging. Delino De Shields is next. No count to him. Oh, that's well hit all the way to the fence and right. That's extra bases for the Shields. He stops at second base with a double. So with a hit by Grissom here, we should be able to score a run. 1-1. Oh, that's it. Weekly to third. Oh, but he juggled it. That's an error. So Blowers with the error at third base. We have runners on first and third. 1 out. Calderon is the batter. 0-1. Grissom is going and he's cut stealing. We didn't need that. 2 outs, 1-2. And Calderon strikes out swinging. It is still 8-7. Oh my. Alright, so Bobby Abreu is first in line in inning number 7. Full count. That's a home run. Alright. It is 9-7 now for the Astros. Solo blast for Bobby Abreu. Mark McLemore is next. 1-1. Grounds it to third. And that's an error. So runner is safe at first. Nobody out. Louise Gonzalez is the batter, 2-0. That's it to center. Rivera after it. All the way to the warning track. He catches it for out number 1. Jeff Bagwell is next, 0-1. McLemore is going. And that's a steal. 15 for him this season. Runner in scoring position. 1 out. Jeff Bagwell is the batter, 1-2. Struck out swinging. Steve Finley is next. 0-2 to him as well. Grounds it to third. Woody Green with the throw, and he's thrown out. The Astros do add 1 run to their lead. It is now 9-7 going into the top of the 8th. Bobby Thigpen is still on the mound. We have Charles Johnson at bat, 0-2 to him. And he struck out swinging. Donnie Wall is now the pitcher for the Astros. Woody Green is the batter for us. Full count. Struck out swinging. Bill Doran is next, 0-2. That's it to right. Not particularly well. And that's cut by Steve Finley for out number 3. Alright, we are going into the bottom of the 8th. I'm gonna bring in a new pitcher. So let's see. Eric Anthony is the batter. I'm gonna bring in a lefty here. Oh, I don't have a lot of lefty options. Did you pitch yesterday? Oh no, that was 4 days ago already that I used you. Get on the mound. Alright, we're bringing in Jeff Robinson, who was recently acquired. Alright, so Eric Anthony is the batter, 1-0 to him. We have Jeff Robinson on the mound. That's it. Weekly to left. Brett Barbery under it. Catches it for out number 1. Actually, I believe that Robinson in his first game with us got a save. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think we picked him off waivers. Alright, FP Santangelo is next, 0-1. That's it to left, and that's cut by Calderon for out number 2. Now Mike Blowers is next, 1-2. And he struck out looking or swinging. I don't know, he was I think it was looking. Alright, it's do or die. We're down 2 in the top of the 9th. John Abian is coming in a save situation for the Astros. Reuben Rivera is the first batter to face him, 1-0. Grounds it to second base, and he is out for out number 1. Alright, pinch hitter here. We're going to go with Johnny Knott. Of course, who else? Johnny Boy comes in to pinch it. Full count to him. That's it to left, but pretty much right at Gonzalez. That's out number 2. And Brett Barbery is our last out. Full count to him. And he walks, alright. Delino De Shields is next. Full count to him as well. 2 outs. Grounds it to short. Oh, I think that counts as a hit. Alright, so now we have 2 runners on, 2 outs. Marquise Grissom is the batter. 1-1. And that's it weekly to center. And that's caught by Abreu. That's the end of the game. We lost 9-7. We dropped 3 different leads in this game. Alright, nothing much here to say. Let's finish today's. Nothing much going on here. Alright, so for game number 2 of the series, we're going to be facing Bob Tewksbury. Right, so Tewksbury has a okay season, I guess, but his stuff is going down, so he's not striking out a whole lot of batters. So I'm expecting to be making a lot of contact in that game. I'm also going to go ahead. I think it's about time that I make this kind of change. I think that Rivera's been hitting a lot better lately. He rose his average all the way to 250. So he was like at 202 or something at one point. So I think that I think I can give him a spot that's one higher in the lineup. Alright, so let's play against the Astros. I am going to... Alright, I'm going to go ahead and play Johnny Nutt at first base for that game. He's going to bat 7th. He's going to replace Bill Duran. I'm not too happy with Duran's game in the last game. He had a few opportunities at bat with runners on, and he didn't look too good, so I'm giving him a day off. Alright, so we're going to have Carlos Perez on the mound. I don't think I have mentioned that. Now let's look at the Astros. They're going to go with Bobby Abreu, Mark McLemore, Louise Gonzalez, Jeff Bagwell, Steve Finley, Craig Biggio, FP Santangelo, and Mike Blowers. We are facing the exact same lineup that we just faced. In the same order too, so it doesn't look like they care that it's a lefty or a righty on the mound. They just send the same guys batting in the same order. Alright. Play ball and go Expos. Alright, Bob Tewksbury on the mound. Like I said, I'm expecting a lot of contact because his stuff is really low. And we have the line of the Shields to get things started. Full count to the Shields. That's it to left. Gonzalez after it. And he catches it for out number 1. Grissom is next. 0-1 to Grissom. That's it. Weekly to center. Abreu after it. And he catches it for out number 2. Calderon follows. 3-1. That's it. Weekly to right. Right center. And Abreu catches it for out number 3. Alright, so 3 fly balls, but they are all cut. We are going into the bottom of the first. Bobby Abreu, first one to face Carlos Perez, 0-2. Carlos Perez has been pitching a little bit better lately. Hopefully that continues. Struck out swinging. Mark McLemore is next. No count to him. That's it to right for a base hit. Alright, so 1 out. Louise Gonzalez is the batter now. No count. That's it to center. Oh, what a catch by Reuben Rivera. Jeff Bagwell is next, 1-0. Grounds it to the catcher. He's thrown out. And that's it for out number 1 for the Astros. Charles Johnson is next, 1-2 to him. And he struck out looking. Woody Green is next, 2-1. Grounds it to second base, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Now Reuben Rivera in his new spot in the lineup to hit at. Full count. And he walks, look at him. Doing better every day. Johnny Not, Johnny Be Good, Johnny Boy. No count to him. Rivera goes. And he's safe for stolen base number 16. So runner in scoring position for Johnny Not now. 2-2. Oh, he struck out looking. Steve Finley is the first batter in the second inning for the Astros. 2-1 to him. That's it right at the shortstop, Ray Sanchez, and that's out number 1. Craig Biggio is next. Full count to him. Grounds it to second base, and he's thrown out easily at first for out number 2. Alright, so with 2 outs, FP Santangelo comes to bat. 3-0. And he walks on 4 pitches. Alright, Mike Blowers is next, 0-2. Grounds it to short. We get the lead runner at second base, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. After 2, it is still scoreless here at the Astrodome, going into the top of the 3rd with Ray Sanchez on at bat for us, 2-0. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Carlos Perez is next, no count. Grounds it to short, and that's a good throw at first. Out number 2, and now Delino De Shields is next, 1-2. Grounds it to first, and he is out as well. So after 3 innings, the Expos do not have a hit against Bob Tewksbury. Going into the bottom of the 3rd, Tewksbury gets things started for the Astros, 1-2. Strikeout swinging. Bobby Abreu is next, full count to him. And he walks. So after 1 out, the Astros get a runner on base. Mark McLemore is next, full count to him as well. Grounds it to second. And we only get the out at first base. Abreu is safe at second base, so there's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Louise Gonzalez, 2-2 to him. That's it to center. Rivera after it. And he catches it for out number 3. Alright. Top of the 4th, still no score at the Astrodome. Marquise Grissom is the first batter, no count to him. It's it to center for a base hit. That's our first base hit of the game, folks. At least we have somebody with wheels. Right, so Calderon is the next batter. Grissom is going, and he's safe for his 67th stolen base of the season. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Calderon is still the batter, full count to him. And that's it to center for a base hit. Grissom should be going home. He is. He scores. It is 1-0 for the Expos. On the play, Ivan Calderon makes it to second base. So we have another runner in scoring position and nobody out still. Charles Johnson is next, full count. It's it to center. That's a base hit. It falls in. Calderon should be going for home. He is. He scores. It is 2-0 Expos. And on the play, Johnson makes it to second base. So we still have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. And now Woody Green is the batter. Full count to him. It's it to left for a base hit. Oh, Charles Johnson's going for home. He's safe. It is 3-0 for the Expos thanks to a single by Woody Green. All right. Reuben Rivera is next. No count to him. That's it to the shortstop, and he Santangelo. Oh, that's I thought it was an error. It's a infield hit. So runners on first and second, nobody out. Johnny Nutt is the batter, full count to him, and that's it to right for a base hit. All right, it is 4-0 as Green scores on the play. 4-0. There's still no outs. Runners on first and second. Ray Sanchez is the next batter. 2-1. That's it to left. That should be cut by Gonzalez for out number 1. It is. Carlos Perez is next. He's probably gonna bunt, huh? Yes, he is. All right. Oh, that's a bad throw to first. It is 5-0. Wow, we're taking it to Tewksbury in that inning. All right. So 5-0. Runners on second and third. 1 out. Delino De Shields is next. No count. That's it to second base. They get the sure out at first. There's a run that scores on the play. The other runner gets to third. It is 6-0 for the Expos. 2 outs now for Marquise Grissom. 2-2. And he hits it to left. And it is cut by Gonzalez for out number 3. We did bat around. And we put a crooked number on the board. It is 6-0. for the Expos thanks to a 6-run 4th inning here. Alright, Jeff Bagwell is the first one to face Carlos Perez in the bottom of the 4th. Full count to him. Struck out swinging. Now, if this game is like the previous one, the Astros are going to come back right into it, and we're going to be fighting for the win until the end of the game. Steve Finley is the next batter, 0-2 to him. Struck out swinging, 2 outs. Craig Biggio is next, 0-1. That's a base hit to center. Alright, so with 2 outs, runner on first, FP Santangelo is now the batter, 2-0. Grounds it down the line in left. That's a base hit on the play. Biggio makes it to third base, and that's a double for Santangelo. Alright, so 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs for Mike Blowers, 2-2. Struck out swinging. Carlos Perez gets out of that inning. It is still 6-0 for the Expos here. Going into the top of the 5th. Tewksbury is still on the mound. Ivan Calderon is the batter now, 0-1. Grounder to second base, and he is out for out number 1. Charles Johnson is next. 0-1. Grounds it to short. Good throw to first, and he is out for out number 2. Woody Green is next. 3-1. Grounds it to second base, and he is thrown out. So the Expos go down 1-2-3 here in inning number 5. And at the Astrodome in Houston, we are going to go into the bottom of the 5th with the Expos ahead 6-0. Bob Tewksbury is on in the batter's box, 1-2. Struck out swinging. Bobby Abreu is next, full count to him. Grounds it to first. Oh, that's an infield single. Abreu used his wheels to beat the throw. Alright, runner on first, 1 out. Mark McLemore is next, 2-1. Sends it to center, and that's got by Reuben Rivera for out number 2. Then Louise Gonzalez is next, 2-2 to him. That's it to left. And that's got by Calderon for out number 3. Alright, Bob Tewksbury still on the mound. And we have Reuben Rivera at bat, 2-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Johnny Nutt is next, 1-1. Grounds it to first, and he's thrown out for out number 2. Ray Sanchez is the next batter, no count to him. That's it to center, pretty weakly. Abreu after it catches it for out number 3. Expos go down in order yet again. It is still 6-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Alright, Jeff Bagwell is next, 1-1. That's it to right. Grissom after it. Catches it for out number 1. Steve Finley is next, 0-2. It's it to left, and that's cut by Calderon for out number 2. Now Craig Biggio is next, 1-1. Grounds it to first, and he is out. Nutt takes the ball to first base, and it is out number 3, top of the 7th. Tewksbury still on the mound. Carlos Perez is the batter, 0-1. Grounds it to third, and he is thrown out at first for out number 1. Delino De Shields is next, 1-1 to him. And now Brian Anderson is on the mound. And that's a base hit for the Shields. Alright. The Shields gets on base. So there's 1 out, and now Marquise Grissom is the batter. No count to him. That's it to center. That's going to be extra bases. That goes all the way to the wall. The Shield scores on the play. It is 7-0. Grissom stops at second base with a double. Calderon is next, 2-1 to him. That's it to center for a base hit. That should score Grissom, I think. I can't see nothing. Alright, there you go. Grissom scores. It is 8-0 for the Expos, not Astros, Expos. Right, Charles Johnson is next. 1 out, runner on first. No count. Oh, Calderon's going. He's out. That's 2 outs now. Now 2-2 to Johnson. Struck out swinging. Alright, we do score 2 more runs. It is now 8-0 for the Expos. Right, bottom of the 7th. FP Santangelo is first. 1-0. Hits it to left for a base hit. Alright, so Astros get a hit first thing here in inning number 7. Now Mike Blowers is next. Nobody out. 2-0. That's it really weakly. The Shields after it catches it for out number 1. Brian Anderson he's gonna be batting. Actually, he's probably gonna be bunting. 1-2. Bunts it in play. Sacrifice is good. Runner gets to second base on the play. There's 2 outs now. Runner on second base. Bobby Abreu is the batter. 2-2. It's it too short. And he's thrown out at first. Alright. Going into the top of the 8th, Ed, 8-0. Brian Anderson still on the mound. Willie Green is going to be the batter now. 2-2. That's it to left pretty weakly. Gonzalez after it. Catches it for out number 1. Reuben Rivera is next. 1-1. Grounds it to second base, and he is thrown out for out number 2. Johnny Nutt is next. 1-2. Struck out swinging for out number 3. No! Alright. Bottom of the 8th, Mark McLemore is going to be the first batter for Houston. No count to him. That's a base hit to center. I have some problems with McLemore. Huh? He had a pretty good game last game too. Alright, so McLemore is on, nobody out. Louise Gonzalez is the next batter, 1-2. It's it to right. Grissom is there, catches it for out number 1. Jeff Bagwell is next, full count to him. Oh, that's popped up to second base, and the Shields gets it for out number 2. Steve Finley is next with 2 outs, no count to him. That's a base hit to right. Alright, so runners on first and second. 2 outs. Craig Biggio is the batter. 2-1. Grounds it to first, and he is out. Alright, so the Astros get 2 hits, but they are unable to come around to score. It is 8-0 for the Expos, top of the 9th. Brian Anderson still on the mound for Houston. We have Ray Sanchez at bat, 1-2 to him. And he gets it. So he takes first base here, so we have a runner at first base. Nobody out. Carlos Perez is the batter, 2-1. He tries to bunt, but he misses. He tries to bunt again, but it's foul. That's a strikeout. Delino the Shields is next. No count to him. And it says here, Sanchez just broke an unwritten rule about stealing bases when your team's up big. So that's his 11th stolen base of the season. 1-2 to the Shields. Struck out swinging. Marquise Grissom is next, 1-2. It's it to third. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. Alright, so we're going into the bottom of the 9th. It is 8-0 for the Expos. FP Santangelo is the first one to face Carlos Perez. 1-2. That's it to left for a base hit. Mike Blowers is next, 2-2. struck out swinging. Junior Felix comes in as a pinch hitter, 1-1. That's it. That's a pop fly. The Shields under it, catches it for out number 2. Astros are down to their last out. It's going to be Bobby Abreu, 1-0. Grounds it to the pitcher. Oh god, that's an infield hit. Alright. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Mark McLemore is next. 2-0. That's it. To center for a base hit. Oh my god. Carlos Perez came so close to get... Oh, I thought that they scored on it. They didn't. I'm gonna try to have... He pitched 150 pitches. I'm still gonna try to have him get his complete game shutout. I'd like for him to get that. Louise Gonzalez is the next batter. Bases are juiced. 2 outs. 0-2. Grounds it to second. And he's out. Alright, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't typical. But Carlos Perez got a complete game shutout. Even though he allowed 10 hits. Pitch 150 something pitches. But hey, that's a complete game shutout. 153 pitches. Alright, so yeah, pretty much thanks to a 6-run 4th inning, we pretty much run away with the game right there. And pretty good game, 8-0 win here in Houston. Oh, there's some news. 3 home runs for Jose Canseco in 1 game. That's pretty good. Canseco is 30 years old. And Perez been shut out against Astros. Yes, he did. Alright, so yeah, his record at one point was really abysmal, but he's starting to close that gap. He's 8-12 now. I mean, that's still a losing record, but he's doing better lately. Alright, so... Right, no more news here. And we are going to play the last game of the 3-game series here. We're going to be facing Danny Young. 3-star pitcher, 22 years old. Danny Young, he's a lefty. He's having a pretty decent season. He does walk quite a bit of batters. He doesn't have really good control. So it's going to be Danny Young against Jose Rosado. So it's going to be a lefty duel on the mound. And yeah. I'm going to keep this lineup here. And the Astros are going to go with Bobby Abreu, Mark McLemore, Louise Gonzalez, Jeff Bagwell, Steve Finley, Craig Biggio, FP Santangelo, and Mike Blowers. The exact same lineup we've seen in games 1 and 2. So, yeah. Now, we have one of our best on the mound. Jose Rosado is usually pretty solid, but he's going to be facing another lefty that's doing pretty good. So, we'll see who is going to come up top. Alright, so go Expos and play ball. Alright, so Grissom is the first batter to face Danny Young in inning number 1, 2-2 to him. That's it, weakly to left. Gonzalez after it, catches it for out number 1. Brett Barbery is next, 1-1 to him. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out for out number 2. Calderon follows, 0-2 to him. Oh, that's out of here. That's 1-0 for the Expos. Solo blast by Ivan Calderon. That's 27 home runs for him this season. He should be getting to 30, I would think, unless he gets injured. I think Ivan Calderon's going to get to 30 home runs. Right, Charles Johnson is next, 0-1 to him. And that's it to left. Not deep enough, though. That's cut by Gonzalez, and that's out number 3. Expos do score a run on Ivan Calderon's solo blast. It is 1-0 for the Expos. Jose Rosado is going to be facing Bobby Abreu. 2-2. That's it, weakly to center. Rivera after it. Catches it for out number 1. Mark McLemore is going to be next. 1-2. Grounds it to the pitcher. And he's out. 2 outs now. Louise Gonzalez is next. Full count to him. Grounds it to second base. And he's thrown out for out number 3. Alright, so Astros go down 1-2-3. And Reuben Rivera gets things started at the top of the second for us. 0-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Bill Doran is next. Full count. That's it really well. All the way to the fence. See, I benched Bill Doran for a game that got him thinking, and now he got himself a double. Nice double for Doran. And now we have Delino the Shields with 1 out, 1-1. Grounds it to short. He's thrown out for out number 2. That brings up the pitcher, Jose Rosado, with 2 outs, runner on second base, 2-0. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out for out number 3. So we got a double from our friend Billy Doran, but he couldn't come around to score. It is still 1-0 for the Expos. Jeff Bagwell gets set up here in inning number 2, 1-0 to him. That's a base hit to center. Alright, so the Astros get a runner on with nobody out. Steve Finley is next, 1-0. Grounds it to short. That's going to be an error. Alright, that's an error by Ray Sanchez. So runners on first and second, nobody out. Craig Biggio is next, 2-1. Grounds it to third. We get the runner at second base. That's the only out we get. So there's runners on first and third with 1 out for FP Santangelo. No count to him. Grounds it to short. And that's a double play. The run doesn't count. It is still 1-0 for the Expos. Rosado gets the double play to get out of the inning pretty beautifully. Alright, Ray Sanchez. 1-0 to him. Grounds it to third. The throw is good. That's out number 1. Marquise Grissom is next. 3-1 to him. And he walks. Alright, Grissom gets on first base with 1 out. Brett Barbary is next. No count. Grissom is going. And he's out. 2 outs now. Full count to Barbary. Grounds it to short, and he dove for the ball, and it is a good throw first. That's out number 3. That's a great play by Santangelo, the former Expo. Alright, Mike Blowers is next, 1-0. Grissom after it. Catches it for out number 1. Danny Young is next, 0-1. It to short. Sanchez to first, and that's out number 2. Bobby Abreu is next, full count. And he walks. Alright, Mark McLemore is next, 2 outs, runner on first, 1-0. Rounds it to third base. Barbary sends it to second to get the lead runner, and that's the end of the inning. Ivan Calderon, he hit a solo shot in the top of the first. He is now the batter, 2-1. That's another blast. Nice, 2 home runs for Calderon in this game. So that's home run number 28. And it is 2-0 for the Expos. Forget making it to 30 home runs before the end of the season. He might make it to 30 home runs before the end of this game at this rate. Charles Johnson is next, 3-0 to him. And he walks on 4 pitches. Reuben Rivera is next, no count. That's it to right. Finley after it, catches it for out number 1. Alright. On the plate, Johnson gets back to first base. Bill Doran is next. Runner on first. 1 out. 2-2. That's it to center for Doran. That's a second hit for him in this game. So we have runners on first and second. 1 out. Delino the Shields is the batter. 1-2 to him. Struck out swinging. So we are bringing in the pitcher with 2 outs again. 2 runners on. 2 outs. 2-2. And he struck out looking. But the Expos they doubled their lead thanks to the second solo blast of the game by Ivan Calderon. It is now 2-0 for the Expos. Louise Gonzalez is first in inning number 4. 0-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Jeff Bagwell is next. 1-2. That's it to right. Grissom after it. Catches it for out number 2. Steve Finley is next. 1-1. That's it to left. Calderon after it. And he catches it at the warning track for out number 3. Alright. Top of the 5th. It is still 2-0 Montreal. Ray Sanchez is the next batter. 1-1. Grounds it to third. Oh, that was close, but he is out. That's out number 1. Marquise Grissom is the next batter. 0-1. That's it weakly to center. Abreu after it catches it for out number 2. Alright, now following is Brett Barbary. 0-2. Grounds it to first. And he is thrown out for out number 3. Okay. Craig Biggio is next. 1-2. Bottom of the 5th. Grounds it to second. The Shields with the throw. That's out number 1. FP Santangelo is next. 1-2. Struck out swinging. That's the second out of the inning. Mike Blowers is next. 3-1. It's it really weakly. The Shields under it. Catches it for out number 3. Alright, the Astros don't get much of anything going. And we are going into the top of the 6th. Ivan Calderon is going to go for his third home run of the game. 1-0. Oh no, that's a grounder to short. Alright. Charles Johnson is next. No count to him. Grounds it to third. And he is out. I probably jinxed Calderon by saying something about getting his 30th home run before the end of this game. Reuben Rivera is next. 0-2. That's it to short. Oh, that's going to be a base hit. Alright, so Rivera with the infield single. 2 outs. Bill Doran is next. 1-1. Oh, Rivera's going. That was a... Oh, they threw it into the outfield. So on the play, Rivera makes it to third base. 3-1 to Doran, and he walks. So now we have runners on first and third with 2 outs. And the Shields is the batter. 0-1. That's it to center. And that's a base hit all the way to the fence. So a run scores. That's going to be a double for the Shields. Alright, so that's a 2-run double. It is now 4-0 for the Expos. 2 outs, runner on second base. Jose Rosado is the batter. 1-1. That's it weakly to center. Abreu after it catches it for out number 3. The Expos double their lead again. With 2 runs on the board, it is now 4-0 over the Astros. James Mouton is the pinch hitter here, coming in to bat for Danny Young. 2-2. That's it weakly. The Shields after it catches it for out number 1. Bobby Abreu is next. 0-2. Grounds it to the pitcher. That's an infield single. That's the second time in this series that Bobby Abreu did that. So Abreu is safe at first. 1 out. Mark McLemore is next. 1-2 to him. Oh, that's it really well. And that's all the way to the fence. Calderon runs all the way after it. That's a triple for Mark McLemore. The runner scores. It is 4-1 for the Expos. Alright, so 1 out. Louise Gonzalez is next. 1-0. That's it. What? Apparently through the shield. I don't know. I thought it was going to be a liner that he catches, but apparently not. Alright, so it is now 4-2. 1 out. Runner on first. Bagwell is the batter. No count. I don't like that. That's it to center. Above Rivera's head. That's a triple for Bagwell. So the Astros hit 2 triples in the same inning. It is now 4-3. Yikes. Alright, Rosado, I need for you to shake that off. Alright, so runner on third. 1 out. Steve Finley is the batter. Full count. And that's it to left for a base hit. It's a tied game. So kind of have flashbacks from the first game of this series. It is now 4-4. Craig Biggio is next. No count to him. Alright, so Finley stole second base. 2-0. And we're going to walk him. Alright, to enact the double play with FP Santangelo the batter. 1 out. Runners on first and second. 3-0. FP Santangelo walks on 4 pitches. Yikes. Yeah, I think I need to... That's not Rosado's best game. I think it's time to pull him. Who do I bring to? Last time I brought in McLean, he walked. Oh boy. I'm gonna try it again. Let's try Michael McLean in again. Alright, Mike Blowers, 1 out. Bases are loaded. 3-0. Oh my, and he walks another run in. So that's twice in this video that I have brought in Michael McLean with bases loaded in, and he walks in a run. It is 5-4 for the Astros now. James Mouton is still batting because he is still the pinch hitter, because it's still the same inning. 0-1. It's it to center. That's cut by Rivera. I don't know what's going on. Cannot see. And it is now 6-4. So in the previous game I had... Oh no, it was in the 4th inning that I had 6 runs, not in the 6th. Alright, Bobby Abreu is next. 2 runners on, 2 out. No count. Abreu hits it to center. Rivera after it, and he catches it for out number 3. But the Houston Astros do some damage in inning number 6. They figured out Jose Rosado. It is now 6-4 for Houston. Alright, so Frank Speak is coming in for the Astros. Ray Sanchez is the batter. 2-0, top of the 7th. Oh, that's it pretty well by Sanchez. Actually, it's out of here. That's a very rare home run for Ray Sanchez. That's his 3rd of the season. It is now 6-5 thanks to a solo shot by Ray Sanchez. So we're making things interesting. Marquise Grissom is next. No count. That's it to right. That's cut by Steve Finley. That's out number 1. Brett Barbary is next. 2-2. And that's a strikeout. Ivan Calderon is next. 1-2. That's it to 3rd. He's thrown out for out number 3. The Expos do cut the lead in half. It is now 6-5 thanks to a 2-run solo blast by Ray Sanchez. gonna bring in Ben Van Ryn. Mark McLemore is the first one to face him. No count. It's it to center. Oh, what a catch by Reuben Rivera. That's out number 1. Louise Gonzalez is next, 0-2. That's it to center. Oh, another one for Reuben Rivera. Another diving catch. That's out number 2. Jeff Bagwell is next, 2-0 to him. That's it weakly to center. I don't think Rivera is going to need to dive on that one. He catches it pretty easy. That's out number 3. Alright, so Ben Van Ryn takes care of the Astros really easily in the bottom of the 7th, top of the 8th. Frank Speak is still on the mound. Charles Johnson is our first hitter here, 1-0. That's it to left for a base hit. That's going to be extra bases, so it goes all the way to the fence. Alright, Johnson has a double to get things started. Reuben Rivera is next, 2-1. Oh, that's it really well, all the way to the fence. That's going to tie the game. That's extra bases for Reuben Rivera. Is that a triple? No, he stops at second base. So a 2-out double for Reuben Rivera, and we are now tied at 6 runs apiece. Bill Duran is next, 1-1, and he bunts. Alright, so sacrifice, it works. So on the play, Rivera goes to third. There's 1 out. Delino De Shields is the batter. All we need is a fly ball deep. 1-2. Oh, a base hit is even better. Alright, so base hit to center. It is now 7-6 for the Expos, who retake the lead. Well, games 1 and 3 have been crazy. Alright, we're going to bring in a pinch hitter. That's going to be Woody Green coming in to bat for Ben Van Ryn. Now the Astros are bringing in Xavier Hernandez. 1 out. Oh, De Shields is going, and he's safe. That's 50 stolen bases for De Shields this season. We have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Full count to Woody Green. And he struck out swinging. Ray Sanchez is next. No count. Grounds it to third. And he is out. But the Expos scored 2 runs and they take the lead. It is now 7-6. Alright, let's go with Jim there for inning number 8. Alright, Steve Finley is going to face Jim Day first, 1-2. That's out, not out. Strike number 3, 1 out. Craig Biggio is next, 1-1. That's an extra base hit down the line in left. That's a double for Biggio, so Biggio gets a double after 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Now FP Santangelo is next, full count to him. Grounds it to second. He's thrown out at first. On the play, Biggio gets to third base. There's 2 outs. Mike Blowers is the batter, 2-1. That's it really weakly. De Shields charges in the diamond, and he catches it for out number 3. The Expos are still up by 1. It is 7-6 going into the top of the 9th. Xavier Hernandez is still on the mound for the Astros. Marquise Grissom is the batter, 0-1. And that's going to be extra bases down the line and left. That's a double for Grissom. And now Britt Barbery is the batter, 1-0. Grounds it to the pitcher. Barbery is out at first. On the play, Grissom makes it to third base. There's 1 out. Runner on third. Ivan Calderon is the batter, full count. Grounds it to second base. And it wasn't it well enough. Grissom cannot score on the play. He's still at third base. With 2 outs this time, Johnson is next. Full count. Grounds it too short, and he is out. So Grissom gets on base, and we cannot do anything with that. Going into the bottom of the ninth, it is 7-6 for the Expos. We are going to bring in our friend Scott Raskin in a save situation. Bottom of the ninth, we are up 7-6. The Astros bring in Junior Felix as a pinch hitter. 3-1. And that's cut by the third baseman Barbary for out number 1. Bobby Abreu is next, 0-2. Struck out swing. That wasn't a very good pitch. He was fooled on that. 2 outs. Mark McLemore is next, 1-2. That's it. Weekly to left. Calderon after it. Catches it for out number 3. The Expos come back in that one and win it 7-6. Pretty good game. I mean, it sucks that Rosado kind of crumbled in inning number 6, but we did came back and win this game. I guess that in a way it was kind of payback for game number 1 of this series. Right, what do we have here? Nichols. So Rod Nichols fashions a no-hitter against the Mariners. Wow, Rod Nichols pitched a no-hitter. Oh wow, 2 no-hitters in the same day. So Rod Nichols of the Indians threw a no-hitter against the Mariners. And Andy Petite no-hit the Texas Rangers. Wow. All right. Oh, I lost Ben Van Ryn. I don't know for whom. Right, week's top performer honored by American League. So Ruben Sierra is the player of the week in the American League. Howard Johnson gets the same award in the National League. Johnson has to be traded. Boston center fielder Lance Johnson could be wearing a new uniform soon. Word has it that the Red Sox would like to swing a deal for the 31-year-old. A spokesperson for the team declined to comment. Lance Johnson has not hit a home run in my universe since the very first year that I played, where he had one, but he had 83 runs batted in that year. Wow. Yeah, Lance Johnson is not a bad player. He's still a 3-star player, so he might be traded. Alright. The power ranking. Oh, we climbed in the power rankings a little bit. We're 19th now. Philadelphia out of time, out of playoffs. It is that time of the year where we're going to get emails like that. Soon enough, it's going to be us, but we are not dead yet. So the Philadelphia Phillies are mathematically eliminated. They cannot make the playoffs this year. Gonna go ahead and save the game. So I think we did pretty good. We won 2 out of 3 against a pretty decent Astros team. They have a really good offense. So we were able to take care of business regarding that. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and stop here for today. So next time out, we have another 3-game series against the Rockies. So today it was the Astros. Last time out it was the Rockies. It's going to be the Rockies the next video, and the next video after that is going to be the Astros again. So we're going to be almost tired of seeing those 2 teams. But anyway, so that's it for today, folks. So as usual, I do want to thank you for tuning in. If you're watching that on YouTube and you like the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.